My name is John Ridgway. I'm the Vice Chairman of the Board of Trustees for Delaware State University. I'm also a graduate in the class of 1975. In May of 2021, we'll be celebrating our 130th anniversary. I stand here today before you in front of the statue of Dr. Jerome Holland. Although we rest on the shoulders of many presidents that made Delaware State the success it is today, and we have a fantastic president in Dr. Tony Allen. It was the efforts of Dr. Jerome Holland that made Delaware State what it is today and gave us the ability that I can be here in front of you. And when I think of Dr. Jerome Holland, I think of contributions. I'm looking right here at a brick that my wife Sherry and I made a donation. Sherry was in the class of 1977. Delaware State has afforded me the opportunity to get a good education, build lifetime friends, have historical moments in sports, basketball games, step shows, and also had the chance to meet my partner for life. It enabled me to have a good career of 40 years, led me to be into the professional side that I'm able to serve the school in this capacity as Vice Chair of the Board. As we look upon the 130th anniversary, I am going to ask that each and every one of you contribute. Joining me today is Bob Vanderhost, Hall of Fame basketball player, class of 1972. Bob and I are going to walk the campus and reminisce some of the fun days we had when we were at Delaware State University. You know, Bob, I understand you donated $1,300. You're our first full donator to the 130th anniversary. We just want to say, on behalf of our Board of Trustees, on behalf of Delaware State University and Dr. Tony Allen and our Vice President Vita Pickering, we just to say thank you. I don't know if you remember Martin Luther King Student Center. It was a lot different when we were back here, right? Step shows, we had concerts, we had our homecoming parties. A little cafeteria over there. We didn't have the big cafeteria, but we fellowship here. Was the MLK building, was there when you was at Delaware State?
Oh yeah, it was the Student Center.
The Student Center, that's what we called it, yeah. A great time. Did you take any classes in the Science Center?
Oh, I did.
That's when I used to have biology, did all our lab work. Now look how big the campus has grown. And look, Grossley Hall. Think about Grossley Hall now. When you look at the administrative building when they do the registrations, the lines were almost outside on the sidewalk. It's where you had to pay your bill. I remember a student before you could graduate, if they didn't pay your bill, they snatch you out of line. And that was the days, ways back then. But boy, we've come a long way. I know you remember that building over there, don't you?
Of course, the Student Center.
The gym, no, the gym, hose, the gym. Look, I remember one time, we were playing Morgan State University, and they had the only 7-footer in the MEAC, the human eraser, Marvin Webster. Yeah, and I remember Sam Shepard, boy, turned the gym out. He came down, took Marvin to the hoop. The crowd went so crazy, they had to call a timeout, then the ref called charges. Man, those were the days. We packed them in the house. I'm sure you got a memory you can tell us about in the gym.
When I first came here, my first game was mid-semester. We played Norfolk State.
Yeah.
And they had Pee Wee Curtin, Bobby Danvers, and they were on the cover of Sports Magazine. And they were undefeated, and we upset them. Now that's my memory, to beat them.
You beat them. You know, Vanderhost, as we walk the campus, I look over there and look at all the plots and the different fraternities and sororities. It really takes me back to when I was at Delaware State University. Back then, we had some people that can step.
Yes,
we had some steppers back then. I think about the Kappas introducing their canes with Reggie Kimball and Calvin. And I think about the Grooves. I cannot forget the Grooves. Well, we turned out some step shows back in the day. And not forget our sorors. Oh my gosh, AKAs and the Deltas. And we also had Sigma Gamma Rho and the Zetas. Going back to the fraternities. We can't forget the Sigmas and we can't forget the Qs and Iotas. But we had some fun times back then. Everybody would get excited for a step show as though it was the biggest party of the week. But man, that was some really fun times. Thinking about some of the songs. I still hear Teddy Bear's voice when he used to yell out Phi Beta Sigma, screaming all through the campus.
And we didn't have all this when we were there.
No, we didn't.
You know,
we didn't, but we had each other.
Oh yeah.
And we didn't have all
that
this,
meant a
but
lot.
We certainly had each other, man. We built each other up. We supported each other, friends for life. every homecoming, man, when I see my classmates, boy, it's just, to me, it's just, it makes my week and my day. Hey, Van Host, this is the oldest building at Delaware State University, Lockerman Hall. You remember Lockerman Hall?
Of course I remember Lockerman Hall.
Tell me what you know about Lockerman Hall.
I know that it was one of the first buildings.
Yeah, it was.
You know.
I mean, it was an all-purpose. I mean, we did everything at Lockerman Hall. You went to class. It was a dining hall. It was a dormitory. It was a classroom. And guess what? It has withstand the test of time. It is now a historical preservation. And I tell you what, it really tells us where Delaware State started. And I'm sure the people that stayed in Lockerman Hall is very proud about where we're going. I look at Conwell Hall, that's where it all started for me. 1975, room 325, first roommate Jerome Saunders. I stayed from Conwell Hall 2 years. Then I ended up my college career at Medgar Evers.
Yeah.
I stayed in room 104. But both of these dorms, man, we used to have so much fun. I don't know, we had pillow fights, snowball fights, all sorts of different competition between the two dorms. A lot of fun. I mean, it was just a fantastic time here at Delaware State University. The future of Delaware State is bright, but the future need our alumni. That's why we want everyone to support this 130th anniversary. We want everyone to tell the stories. We can't let these stories be forgotten. We just can't. I mean, it's just so much a part of our lives and so much involved in what we do. Share the stories. Tell the facts. Talk about when you hit that jumper at the buzzer. That's my Delaware State story. I appreciate you for taking this walk with me. I encourage you to support our campaign going forward. I ask you to be safe, be healthy, practice safe distance, and wear your mask.